there was a lot of football on Sunday and a lot of bad play. And Dak Prescott, is Rob G, wanted to go over some of his numbers, but not good.
No, he's not been what he was last year when he was spectacular for his standard.
Right.
He has definitely not been that. Turning the ball over a lot. He's been critical of himself as well. It's not been pretty. And he's talking about, he has to take accountability.
He says
to be
he's
better for his team.
frustrated.
Yeah, but he talks about it for himself too, frustrating what he's been doing. He's definitely not leading this team, and he's not what you expected from the $60 million man at all.
Yeah, it's to me, it's no surprise. And I get it. In the NFL, you're forced to sign quarterbacks because, Kelvin, as you know, without a quarterback, you're dead as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a quarterback. So there's so few guys who are really good. Look at some of these teams with some of these bad quarterbacks, you're in trouble.
8 interceptions. Yeah, he threw 9 all of last season. He has 8 interceptions already. And so you're looking not exactly what you want to see. He's there to
Rob G has all these stats.
Yep.
I just want you to so we can lay it out. But it's been a disaster. I can't say it right.
Hold on, what kind of disaster is that?
Disaster. A Dak disaster.
You can't come up with your own little cute little nickname and then ruin it. Come on, Rob.
Dak disaster. I'll get it right. Okay.
So it's a tale of 2 Daks. There you go. See what I did there?
Dak,
right.
Dak,
It's a brother.
So
right.
last season, in a contract year, Dak Prescott had the best year of his career.
Balled out, right?
All pro, 36 touchdowns, 9 picks. He was doing everything that you'd want in a franchise quarterback.
I hate the thing that they say he was second in MVP voting because Lamar got all the first place votes except for one. So was he really second?
Somebody
got to finish second, bro. You're running a race. Even if by Usain Bolt you still were there.
And as Dub mentioned, he's already got 8 interceptions this season in less than half a year. So it's not looking good for Dak, but it gets worse. This season, fresh off an all-pro year last year and the richest contract in NFL history. Through, week 8 now. He's 23rd in completion percentage, 22nd in passing yards per attempt, 25th in TD and interception ratio, 24th in passer rating. So to say that he's fallen off a cliff would be an understatement.
And the thing, when you watch him, if it ain't CD, it ain't happening. That's the thing. You see, he had a couple of touchdowns, the ones that he threw this week, and it just, you see, they're so reliant upon him that if it ain't working, they can't get him going, then there's nothing really there. I see Fat Joe, by the way, getting ready to come off of this.
So here comes Fat Joe. It ain't going to be the same.
Rivaling Ice Cube. So here you go. So this is Rob, by the way, I know we just completely switched here, but this is what happens when the World Series Game 3 is on.
No, because Ice Cube was so awesome.
Yeah, Ice Cube for the Dodgers. Well, I don't know, Fat Joe, he's got some big-time New York anthems for New York. I mean, he's got Lean Back, which is a massive one. He's literally got the song "I'm from New York," which is huge.
What is he singing, Rob?
He's got "I'm All the Way Up," which is a huge anthem. No, I would never front on Fat Joe and his anthems. I can't hear it. What song? What choice? Or right
he's
now
not singing. He's just
hyping him up right
crowd,
now.
Yeah.
He's got the Timberland boots on.
He got the Timbs undone. He's so New York right now.
You gotta wear Timbs in New York. It's the fall. It's October.
Oh no. Listen, nothing is better than a pair of wheat Timbs.
Right.
People from LA don't really do them like that. I mean, word is bond, son. For real. Nothing is better than a pair of wheat Timbs. Those are like mandatory.
You know what? I had a pair of wheat Timbs that I had customly designed.
Oh boy, what did it say?
With the Louis Vuitton tongue on them.
Hey, I ain't mad at that.
Absolutely, like my all-time favorite.
That's pretty gangster.
Yeah, with the Timbs.
That's so mandatory. If anybody back from the East Coast, Midwest, like people in California don't wear them like that. They'll have some. You'll see some here and there. It is a staple in the East Coast and Midwest. Like, it is not fall or winter unless you have a pair of wheat. Hold on. No, it ain't fall yet. It ain't winter.
No doubt about it. So,
back to the Cowboys. Listen, man, you have to have a quarterback, period. If you don't have a quarterback, then you have to have an all-time Baltimore Ravens of 2001 with Ray Lewis in the squad, right? or you have to have a Buccaneers, 03 Buccaneers. Like, you have to have an all-time defense that is ridiculous, that a team is not going to score over 10 points with you if you don't have a quarterback. Otherwise, you need a quarterback. Now, does your quarterback have to be Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning? No. We've seen that plenty of times. Guys get to a Super Bowl, at least get there without one. You just saw Brock Purdy. You saw it happen with Garoppolo. We've seen it happen many a times. You got Jared Goff's already been to a Super Bowl. So it absolutely can happen without an all-timer. I'm not mad at them signing and re-signing Dak. The issue is I didn't want to re-sign you at that price. And I'm interested to see what team is going to say no to the guy who we all have to deem is up next. You know what I mean? Like, where the Jags go, no, I'm straight, Trevor Lawrence. We want you. We want you here. But at $40 million, not more than that, or $35 million. And it's going to be a point where I finally see a team that says, man, listen, we like you. We think you're good for this franchise, but we're not paying you $65 just because you're up next, just because you're the next man up who's supposed to get a crazy deal.
Well,
and I think it's going to be a team that finally does that says, man, look, man, you're not a top 10 quarterback, but we believe we can win with you, but I'm not paying you 65, 70 because, this quarterback got paid last year and now you're up. I'm not doing that.
No, you're supposed to
pay. Caleb Williams going to be $100 million for Caleb Williams?
You're supposed to pay the player, not the position, and that's what we have. We saw it with Daniel Jones when he got $40 million.
Trevor got it too early.
He had 15 touchdowns in 17 games. Not eye-popping stats, but I'm going to say this. We could talk all you want about Dak and the Cowboys, but Jerry Jones bought a $60 million lemon when he signed Dak Prescott, because whatever you want to call him, is he a Pinto? Is he an Etzel?
That's too far. I can't get him at Pinto.
Whatever it is.
But I mean, meet me in the middle.
He's a lemon, though, is what I'm saying. And what I mean is, we've seen this. Rob G, other than last year, he piles up stats against bad teams. He doesn't play well against good teams. He hasn't had great postseason performances.
And you can't just rely on him.
And you can't. And here's another situation. Didn't they sign CD? They got players for him. I get it. They don't have the running game that they used to. That's when they really needed. When he excelled when he first broke in, he had a running game to go along with it. And that's what helped him and allowed him to do the things. And I know last year it was all about him throwing the football and putting up all these numbers. But the Cowboys have a lemon. I mean, they have a lemon, and now you got to figure out what to do with him.
I won't go as far as lemon, but they do have a guy, again, who you built the money and the franchise around as if he's like that guy.
$60 million is a lemon.
He's
not
that guy. You can still win with him, but he can't be the focal point. And the issue is, when I pay you $60 million, you are the focal point. You know what I mean? If you're Patrick Mahomes, or if you're Lamar Jackson, or even Josh Allen and a handful of maybe 2-3 other guys, all right, you can be that because you're the focal point. You're the leader. I can go into a game and look at you and say, hey, man, the running back's out. For instance, Lamar Jackson was this Lamar Jackson last year with no Derrick Henry, no Dobbs, like no running game. Both running backs injured last year, and it was still Lamar Jackson, still to the AFC Championship game. And Dagner should have won the AFC Championship game because what? He is Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes, I can give you Tyreek Hill, No Hill, King of the Hill, Grant Hill, and you're still going to be Patrick Mahomes. We see this now where he isn't the greatest numbers, but he's winning games and they're 7-0. When I'm paying you $60 million, I need you to be that. Well, yes, my goal, my team, our general manager is trying to surround you with the best talent possible. But sometimes guys get injured. Sometimes we drafted this guy and he's just a bum. We trade for this guy, he's a bum. I need you to elevate us. And Dak's just not that guy. Nobody goes into a game thinking Dak is just going to completely elevate this team. And, whoa, boy, we got to worry about that.
But that's how they paid him, though, as a $60 million player.
You're right.
Is you expect that no matter who's there, you're going to make players better. That's what they always say about the greatest players.
They do.
It doesn't matter about the other people. They'll make them better.
Those top-tier quarterbacks elevate.
And listen, I don't want to get off track, but Michael Jordan, they would always say that. If you go watch The Last Dance.
Yeah, which I do all the time.
Okay?
Yep.
But he didn't pass the ball to Steve Kerr because he was afraid to make a shot. You saw it on the thing.
He's like,
he went to Steve Kerr.
They going to be doubling?
It's coming to you. Am I right? He told him before. This is not like, oh, my God, I don't want to take the last shot. No. Be ready, Steve. I'm telling you, they're going to double me. I'm going to get you the ball, and you're going to make that shot. And that's what I'm talking about.
Dak doesn't – you don't get that. Nobody – and, again, I'm sure if we asked his teammates, they would say that. And I'm sure they like him. He's a very likable guy. He's a very corporate guy. Doesn't ever really get in any trouble, says the right things at the podium, even if it's against himself, even if it's him who made the mistakes. He's already with this issue right now. He said, I got to be better. Other guys are doing their job. I've got to do mine. So he admits that he needs to be better. But he's just not that guy that I go into a series or go into a game, I should say, and say, man, we got Dak. We're good. And there's like 8 other quarterbacks. Where I go into the game, I say, we got that guy. We're good. And Dak's just not that. So now you have to figure it out. You didn't get Derrick Henry, which would have been a huge help.
He was there, and they said they didn't have enough money, and all they brag about is how much money the Cowboys made.
He wanted to come back to Texas. He wanted to be there, did Derrick Henry. You can figure that out. That's one of those things, Jerry Jones, you're supposed to figure that out.
Crazy. Some
money on the back end, we'll get some endorsement deals. We'll figure it out. Just come be a part of this. That helps Dak, for sure.